All right, here we are. Welcome, Internet. Welcome to Fantasy Football Fiesta. My name is Tarnell Mims. I'm your host for this evening on this wild adventure of fantasy football and shenanigans. I got two co-hosts with me. Got Aaron Dion. Introduce yourself there, Darren. Aaron.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. My name is Aaron Dion. You can find me on Twitter at a bowl of Aaron. You can see it right there. Looking forward to having some drinks and talking some fantasy football.
All right. My other co-host there is Jason. Jason, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Jason is sitting here. You can reach me at Twitter, SDChargerFan96. Come see me. We got some good information for you guys. We got some rules for this week, and moving on forward, we got some penalty shots coming up. The rule is, if any of us messes up on any statistics, anyone who got cut and you think they're still with their old team, any sort of mess ups or any for reason whatsoever, we're going to be taking some penalty shots. Look forward to that. Let me know what you guys think. Feedback. I'm out.
All right, it's good. And then my Twitter handle there is ABO Alpha Supreme. It's right there. There you go. Right there. Now, pointing for those people that only listen audio, they're like, wait, what? Well, we're also doing this live on the YouTube, so you can check us out. If you're not hearing this, you can check us out live every Tuesday. Either 8:30 we'll start. We'll let you know. Just check it also on our Facebook page at Fantasy Football Fiesta. All right, so let's get into all this with an opening shot. Gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and we want to encourage everybody at home to take the shot with us. This is how we should start the show. You should be ready to go with the shot. We're ready to go with the shot. I got Fireball here. I'm not a big fan of Fireball, but somebody left a bottle. But everybody should be taking a shot. So if you don't have one, go get it, and we're ready to go.
Don't take a shot if you're driving to work.
Yeah, that.
That's true.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mouthwash.
Oh,
That's good.
yummy.
All right. So let's go with a little bit of news here since we last spoke. Raiders have dropped somebody. No surprise there. Trent Richardson.
Weird.
Rumor has it. Yeah, shocking on that one. Rumor has it he took him about 20 tries to exit the locker room. So
I'm not even remotely surprised. When I saw a stat that he has the second to worst yards per carry average of anybody in the league since like 1966.
yeah, someone I forgot. Oh man, I wish I remember who it was. It was somebody said that he was the worst running back ever in the NFL. There was like an old NFL analyst that said he was the worst ever.
It's tough to argue that, man. Trent Richardson came into the league, drafted so high by the Browns, and, I mean, what a complete disappointment across the board. He cost the Browns a first-round draft pick. He cost the Colts a first-round draft pick. I don't think he cost the Raiders very much, but he picked up $600,000 in the exchange. Dude got paid, but holy shit, man! I feel like I could have done as good behind center as him.
Yeah, the interview that they had, Tarnell, was with Chris Carter, and they were talking about how he's the worst running back in the history of the NFL. The one stat that they had right was the 5 offensive linemen that he had in Alabama are all Pro Bowl NFL linemen. These linemen are all going to be there for years and years. That's the only reason that he ran for so many yards in Alabama, and that's why he's such a bust now.
Yeah, he brings out a lot of things that I see just in NFL, or just football and sports in general, where some people can do some things but not others. Some people are great at college but not so much at pros. Some people are great at high school but not so much college.
Some people are good at running back, some not so much.
Right.
I mean,
some people are good at coaching a whole team. Some are just good at coaching a defense.
Look at the Heisman curse. All these Heisman Trophy winners that aren't good in the NFL.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a big gap between certain elements there. So there's that. So he's gone. Fred Jackson, another running back, is gone from the Buffalo Bills after about 16 years. However,
Only.
however, rumor has, from what I heard, is Marshawn Lynch called him, and he may end up in Seattle.
I heard the same thing.
Yeah, I heard that as well, which is a little disappointing to me as a recent Marshawn Lynch owner in our fantasy league. We can talk about that a little later.
That's a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I'm not looking for a 1-2 punch in Seattle drafting Marshawn Lynch 1 overall.
Well, I mean, they've always been boys, and he gave him a call as soon as it happened, and it's not surprising to me. I mean, it's not so much that he'll probably hurt Marshawn Lynch. It'll probably just be someone better for change of pace with him, or just to give him a breather. They've got something more solid than what they had before in Turbin. I mean, just having it's a 1-2 punch, but I think they're still going to go with the 1 more than they are the 2.
Probably, but you remember how impactful Marshawn Lynch was back when they were together. I barely even heard of the dude. So put them back together again, and you got a 1-2 punch. It may be good for Seattle. It's not too good for me as a Marshawn Lynch owner.
Well, that's what you get for being stupid and drafting Marshawn Lynch.
Hey, you need to take it easy. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. Injury news. My beloved Packers had a bit of an issue there on Saturday against the Eagles. Cobb got hurt, strained shoulder, but he's not out for the year, so that was kind of scary. Bulaga, Sitton, and Lang, 3 starters on the O-line, all injured, and our very dynamic defensive back Micah Hyde also hurt. So, I wasn't too worried when Jordy Nelson got hurt, but holy shit. Having that many guys in the O-line terrifies me. And whoever drafted Aaron Rodgers, you need to just keep a watchful eye, because that affects everybody's stock. The O-line not being solid on the team is just that there's your offense. So keep an eye on that kind of thing. I think it won't be that bad, but Balaga's, he was there for us in his rookie season, got a Super Bowl, and ever since then, this dude's been injury prone. It's like, fuck, dude, I like you, but get your shit together. As far as that, there was something else I had heard. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. The Eagles themselves. Dude, why do you guys have so many goddamn quarterbacks? I don't understand. Holy shit.
To be fair, Tim Tebow at quarterback, that's debatable. It's basically a running back playing quarterback.
But you heard about RG3.
I've heard of him.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Well, people are questioning. Okay, listen. People teams are looking for him in case he gets cut by the Redskins. One of which is the Eagles. So the question is, what the hell are you doing with 10 million quarterbacks? I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, I don't know. I guess they gave Tebow a bone just to say, here, try it again. I don't know, because that dude just doesn't understand. You need to be a tight end. That dude in space would be great. He would be another Gronkowski type guy because he's a big physical guy. If he just learn a couple routes, learn a bit of pass blocking, he'll be good. But as a quarterback, you know what the problem with Tebow is? He's a tight end with an above-average arm. He's not an actual solid QB. And but somewhere he got in his head that he's QB, and it worked out for a while, and then he got to the pros and it didn't, and he doesn't want to play football. He wants to play quarterback, and that's why he's not really in the league right now. I'll be shocked if he makes roster. When they cut down to 53 men on September 5th, I'll be really shocked.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think he's making the next round of cuts. I'm a Denver fan, and I could not have been more excited to see him take that season that he took us. Well, I don't know that he did it, but he was involved in the fucking run through the playoffs.
Hold on, Denver homer. Stop with that bullshit. The defense took you there.
I'm just saying.
Kind of not fucked up that bad. Let's just be honest with what happened there.
I'm completely realistic with what happened. His late quarter or overtime theatrics, that was a pass that any high school quarterback should make. I was not a Tebow fan, but I'm a Denver fan, and he's the quarterback, so I loved watching it happen. But, man, that guy is chock full of talent, with no arm. He cannot be a quarterback in this league, and it's ridiculous to think. The Eagles are definitely going to cut him. As relates to RG3, I think that's an amazing decision. You bring RG3 into Chip Kelly's mix, and I think he quickly goes to number 1 on the depth chart. I think he bypasses Bradford real quick.
And franchise?
Yeah, I think he goes to the top of the order there,
maybe.
assuming he can be healthy. But I think
Kelly
he
has
fits that
to
system
develop.
real
That's
good.
the thing. He has to get developed. That's the important thing. If no one bothers to develop him, it's going to go south. That's what happened with Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan was used to have he's a running back guy. He just wants a QB that can do his own thing, and then he'll just concentrate on the running game, and then that's his offense. He can't take a young quarterback and then hope to throw him in the mix, hope that shit works. That's why that shit failed. And then Jay Gruden just failed to develop him as well. I don't know what the hell is going on in that place. But anyways, so that's about the most news I've got for today.
I wanted to bring up something, a little Charger news.
Nobody cares, Jason.
Why in the
True story. Fuck your Chargers.
why in the hell do we have a rookie linebacker trying to punch Phillip Rivers in the bottom of a pile on the Seattle Charger game? How in the hell do you have some rookie guy? I think that a couple of the Seahawks players had to pull him aside and say, "What the heck are you doing, man?" Well, our offensive lineman pulling him off. You know, it happens all the time in the bottom of piles. But that rookie Frank Clark, he's a linebacker, just trying to. What he do is he was like sucker punching Phillip Rivers in the bottom of a pile. Terrible, terrible. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm be honest, I didn't see it happen, but the way I see that kind of situation is you got guys trying to make a team. So you're out there trying to just fucking be aggressive. You're trying to be rowdy, and dumb shit happens.
This is just like, wham, my quarterback, wham.
Yeah. There's a bit of that too, because yeah. But that's the way I see that is you got guys trying to be crazy and aggressive to make a team. Make your hits between the whistles. After the whistle, shut your shit down, go back to the huddle and wait for the next one. Aqib Talib, fucking spiking fucking Reggie Bush.
Oh, how he stamped Reggie Bush into the field there? That was pretty good.
You try to do some hurdles and you pay the price, and that shit, I am all for that. After the whistle, the play's dead. Don't go fucking get stupid, because you'll just find yourself on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're probably looking for guys who really, really want it, and if you're just, play through the whistle, tell you to stop. You got to show you really want it. These guys are like, they don't want to end up bagging groceries after this. Everyone wants to be playing come next week. So, whatever it shows the guys, when they watch film that guy really wants it. If you have two people who have equal talent, and one guy seems like he's sort of happy to be there, and one guy like he's fucking dying to be there, they're going to choose the guy that's dying to be there. And if that means giving Phillip Rivers a couple extra ribs, then oh well. So be it. I just if I'm looking to see who I'm keeping on my roster, I'm keeping the dude that's punching Phillip Rivers, not the guy that's just kind of walking away. So
who would have thought an NFL player with anger issues? That's just so weird.
Weird.
Your analysis is amazing, Jason.
He does have an amazing analysis.
No,
all day.
I don't need to hear about his anal. All right. Let's move along here. I want to get into our own league. We had a draft this Sunday.
We did.
And there was
Man, we had a fucking draft this Sunday. That was fucking crazy.
So this is one thing we had mentioned before here, and I think we mentioned this in our little preview little session we had a couple of weeks ago about draft position, and I had said I want to be on the end. I hate the middle. So out of 12 teams, I got number 6.
Right in the middle.
That spot I didn't want. And right in front of me is Jason. Right behind me in number 7 is Aaron. For some reason, the Fiesta squad got the dead middle of the
Random
order.
Random.
I don't know how the hell that happened.
It's a Fiesta in the middle, and you know what? I'm the commissioner of this particular league. We drew names literally out of a hat. I wrote the names down, so everything's random, everything's above board, and we got fucking Jason, Tarnell, and then me right there, dead in the middle. So we can't even really use this as an analysis for the full draft spectrum, but it's interesting the way everything played out. Because this league, we've got some pretty skilled fantasy players, I would like to say, and there are some not so skilled fantasy players. So the league kind of spans the spectrum, so it's really interesting to see what happens.
Right. So let's just go over I want to go over just like the first couple of rounds of what happened here. Now, I don't know if we'll necessarily get through the entire draft, but the first few rounds it's kind of interesting what went down.
Yeah,
so
I don't have all of the details in front of me either, so.
I've got a few rounds in front of me here.
Okay. So we can talk about it.
The round one, number 1 pick overall, the team Did We Win picks Andrew Luck at quarterback. Now, I think this is borderline retarded. I get drafting a QB early, but number 1 overall. Listen, this year I feel personally there's a shortage of running backs. So the idea of going with a quarterback number 1, when I think you've got more wiggle room at quarterback than you do at running back. I couldn't imagine why you would possibly ever go quarterback first, especially Andrew Luck. Like, I mean, okay, not saying anything bad with Luck. Luck's a great pickup. If you can grab him, but not number 1 overall. And what's funny is the same person later on was complaining about their lack of running backs, and it was just like, well, genius, what the fuck do you think was supposed to happen? So that was number 1 overall.
Yeah, and I want to jump in on this. This speaks to kind of a fundamental concept of drafting. And, some of our listeners and some of our Fiesta-ers, we may need a better term for, kind of our legion of fans.
Fiesta-ites?
Yeah, Fiesta. But, we're going to have people that are, a different level of, savviness when it comes to drafting. And there's a good discussion to be had for, do you draft a running back early? Do you grab a great quarterback? Are you grabbing a top-end wide receiver? Because the talent pool is pretty slim at each position.
It depends on the talent pool. It depends on the talent pool for that year. And I think this year, being so similar running backs, you have to go with the old tradition of running backs as soon as possible. My traditional personal strategy is get one great person for the 3 skills. Grab a running back, quarterback, wide receiver in some order, depending on what's available when and the talent level. Considering I didn't feel there was a bevy of really solid running backs like there have been in years past, I went okay. I was number 6. I actually was taking a shower at the game from work. I was running late, and I got auto-picked to Jamal Charles. I'm perfectly fine with that. So we had number 1 was Andrew Luck at QB. Everyone else had a running back throughout that first thing. It went Eddie Lacy.
No, that's not true.
Le'Veon Bell. Toad, however, Jason here, went sideways and grabbed Antonio Brown at number 5.
Which I am so thankful for, because it left me at number 7 to pick up one of those top 5 running backs.
Right, exactly.
Oh man, I could not have been happier with Toad's pick, because it fell into it was beautiful.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Then I got Jamal Charles. You got Marshawn Lynch. C.J. Anderson went next. Matt Forte, LaShawn McCoy, DeMarco Murray, and then Team Your Mom got Aaron Rodgers at number 12.
And that's a bit of a homer pick. That guy's slightly retarded, and he's a big Packers fan. So he basically just approached.
I am too, but I don't know if I would have went Aaron Rodgers number 1 just because of the lack of running backs that are around.
I mean, when you're talking about the first overall pick and you want to you choose between a quarterback or a running back, a good rule of thumb is you can get a lot more points with a stud running back and a mediocre to decent quarterback than you will with an awesome quarterback and a mediocre to decent running back.
Yeah, exactly.
That will show that you're going to be able to get more points throughout the season with a running back going first instead of a quarterback.
Right. It's not just more points. It's more points consistently. A running back will be more consistent than a QB will.
Not necessarily consistency either, but it's.
I fully believe that.
I'm looking for how to word this. But you have to balance what you're losing versus what you're gaining. Andrew Luck, I believe, was the best quarterback in the league. And drafting him, I don't think is a mistake. But drafting him 1 overall, especially in a 12-team league, there are 23 picks in front of you before you get to pick again. And I don't think you gain enough by drafting him 1 overall to value that pick, because you could take, one of those top tier running backs, and you could pick up a solid running back a solid quarterback in the 5th, 6th, 7th round that's going to produce nearly as many points as Andrew Luck. Not as much, in theory. We'll see how the season plays out. But you're going to get, you could draft Eddie Lacy number 1 overall, that assuming he stays healthy, that guy's going to be a workhorse and just produce points all year long. And guys like Tony Romo, Jay Cutler, Ryan Tannehill, those guys are available deep into the draft, and they're still putting points on the board. They may not be putting as many points, but they're definitely putting more points than those backup running backs that are available.
But that's the thing, as well as I'm saying consistently. QBs will have more bad games than running backs will.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. The consistency is an actual issue. You just went and danced around and the Peters came back to like what I'm saying. I had Andrew Luck last year.
Yes, you did, and that was amazing.
Right? Exactly. The exact point. I also
Champion of my league. Champion of the league because of Andrew Luck. Thank you for shitting the bed in the Super Bowl or whenever the fuck you shit the bed. No, it was a week before the Super Bowl. Fucking loved it. Skated through. Champion of the league. I am the best fantasy player on the planet.
Easy on the skate. But anyways. So that was our first round. I was kind of looking at this like, Andrew Luck first. All right.
And that guy's argument was that, well, Andrew Luck did 30 points per game versus blankety blank that did 20 points per game. And you can't compare quarterbacks to running backs because there's more quarterbacks that are producing points. And you have to look at your team as a whole. And I don't think he was doing that, and I think it's going to cost him big time.
Oh, it totally is. I laughed my ass off the entire time. So that was that. Round 2, we ended with, in the other order, we had your mom, got Dez Bryant. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the wide receiver 2nd round.
I'm not a Dez Bryant fan myself, but...
Well, so there's that. Demaryius Thomas went next. Blaze for Herbs got Demaryius Thomas. It's you win and I give up. Grabbed Peyton Manning. I thought that was early for that pick.
I think that's very early for that pick. I'm a Denver fan, and I think Peyton Manning is a bit of a bust on this year's draft board. He's going to be a solid quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but
yes, if you grab him in like round 4 or 5, then you're it's a great pick.
Yeah, exactly.
At round 2, it's like that's overvalued. Evil Goldhorn.
Yeah, I don't see top tier talent out of him this year.
Yeah, Los Angeles Dragons. Grabbed Mark Ingram, running back. Aaron, you grabbed Lamar Miller. I grabbed Rob Gronkowski. Now, I grabbed Gronkowski just to kind of fuck with the draft a little bit, and he's kind of like worth a wide receiver spot. And he was the best available at the time, and I just took him just to kind of mess with everyone and said, you know what, he's going to get points. Right? So I did it kind of as a monkey wrench in the draft.
And you know what? I fucking love that pick. I I am a big advocate. I would have even drafted him at the end of the first round, potentially. So, in my opinion, you getting him mid-second, you stole him. There's only probably 3 or 4 tight ends in this league, in theory. Well, I mean, we'll see how it plays
Right,
out.
right. And then we
That
had
are going to generate genuine points. You got Gronkowski.
Graham.
Yeah, you got Jimmy Graham, but he's in a new system, a new team. Yeah, we'll see how he goes. But I picked him up in round 3, and fingers crossed. You got Travis Kelce, maybe Greg Olsen, but he's kind of just because of injuries. I think he's moved up a little bit because he's becoming kind of a solo target. But those guys essentially become top-end wide receivers, like you said. So drafting Gronkowski in the mid-second round, I really feel like you stole that guy. The only reason I didn't grab him is because I'm high on Miami this year. I like Lamar Miller, so I grabbed Lamar Miller to round out my running backs. But definitely Gronkowski
I applaud the deal of a running back. I had to throw that in. So then,
I think it was a good pick. I think you did really well with that pick up there.
So then, Jason grabs Calvin Johnson, goes wide receiver, totally breaking convention.
Yeah, Jason, talk to us about that.
I am. Yeah. Well, first of all, I thought it was special teams was involved, which it is in a way. I thought that you were going to get yards, so I got Antonio Brown first, but I will get touchdown points, right?
Yeah, so, and that's one thing to clarify is I do my scoring of my league a little differently. I've customized the league a little bit. You do get it's a bit of a PPR league. You get basically 1 point for every 5 catches is how it balances out. But you also get I threw in a year or two ago. If your guy gets a touchdown on a punt or a kick return, I want you to get the points. So I threw that in there. So that adds value to some of these guys like Devin Hester or whatever that, they're getting a few catches and they may get the kickoff return or two. So I added that. So that adds a bit of value to that. So
Antonio Brown, I'm perfectly happy. I'm perfectly happy taking Antonio Brown 5th. He'll get some extra points with some return touchdowns. It's going to happen. He's going to have over 100 catches. He's going to have over 10 touchdowns. He's a stud. So I don't mind taking him there. And I know that later on in the draft I can pick up running backs, and it's in the middle of the draft, so I can pick up a pretty good running back coming back around in the 2nd or 3rd round. In this case, it's going to be the 3rd round because I took Calvin Johnson, and that's just best available. Calvin Johnson was the best player that I thought was on the board. He's still, everyone's saying he's getting old. Everyone says he's going to drop down. I think his stats are going to be still going to get his 10 touchdowns. He's still going to get 80, 90 catches. So I think he's going to be definitely a weapon, and I think I'm very happy with Antonio Brown and Calvin Johnson, first 2 picks on my team. A little unconventional, but when you see my running backs, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised to see it, especially given the fact that you were talking to us about how limited the running back pool was, and your strategy going into everything was running back, and to see you drop 2 wide receivers off the board, especially when you reached a little bit for Antonio Brown. I was surprised.
We'll see how it I'm perfectly happy with it.
Yeah, I looked at Antonio Brown as the 2nd round. I thought he was going to go 2nd round. Honestly, I didn't think he would go in the 1st, but that would worked out for me.
I wouldn't have let Antonio get past me. I would have taken Antonio Brown at 7.
Yeah, he's
especially if the top 5 running backs were off the board.
True. In your situation, that probably would have made sense, but
yeah, because in my opinion, you got top 5 running backs. I think those should go top 5 picks overall, and then it gets a little bit murky because you got guys like C.J. Anderson trying to take out my Homer hat. C.J. Anderson's potentially in a bit of a bind where he's going to be, sharing carries. Matt Forte as a new coach, I don't know that he's necessarily going to be getting. I mean, he had 100 catches last year. I don't think that he's going to get, anywhere near that.
Maybe. I mean, who else does Jay Cutler have to throw to?
Well, I mean, you look at Adam Gase and John Fox.
The other team.
Their system doesn't favor that. So.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. This is why we play fantasy, because maybe, but
We'll
yeah.
talk more about the running
All
backs
right,
later on.
moving along
For
here.
sure.
Odell Beckham Jr. went after Calvin Johnson to Team Mediocre. Verbal grabbed Julio Jones.
Aptly landed on a team of unappropriate name.
Mediocre.
Julio Jones went next to Verbal Assault. Cardiff
That was
Mama
crazy. How is anybody taking Odell Beckham ahead of Julio Jones? That was absolutely asinine to me.
Only a mediocre team.
I think Julio Jones has the potential this year to be the #1 receiver in the league. I think he can be ahead of Antonio Brown. We'll mark it down, put it down that I said it here that Julio Jones is gonna way outscore Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham's a fucking bust.
Noted. All right. After that went T.Y. Hilton, rounding out the round 2 was the guy with the number overall pick. Took Andrew Luck. Comes back with Justin Forsett at running back.
Not a bad pick.
See, and Justin Forsett, he's interesting because I think he's kind of a boom or bust kind of guy. I would not be surprised to see him be in the top 5 overall next year, and I would not be surprised to see him in the bottom 5 next year. You know, he kind of appeared out of nowhere. He's been in the league a long time. He had a solid year, and, I mean, it was good, but I don't know that it necessarily justifies being picked at that point, especially for your #1 running back on your team when you picked a quarterback 1 overall. So now you got Andrew Luck and Justin Forsett. You may be in trouble, homie.
Yeah, he will be. All right, so then he comes right back in round 3 and grabs Randall Cobb. So now his team is
injured guy. Yeah, that guy's not paying attention at all.
No, he's not. Cardiff Mama McMahon gets A.J. Green. Verbal Assault grabs Brandon Cooks, wide receiver. Team Mediocre gets Alshon Jeffrey. Jason gets Carlos Hyde. I grabbed Melvin Gordon. You grabbed Jimmy Graham there, Aaron. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Dragons
and I want to back up and talk about Carlos Hyde, because Jason was busting my balls about how high I was on Carlos Hyde earlier, and suddenly you're taking him off the board. What's up with that, Jason?
That's what we do.
I think you're
try to take someone down in value, talk a little lower on the person, and then draft them.
So you were just full of fucking shit, is what you're saying.
Or a good plan. Okay. Or a good plan.
Or you're an idiot.
Yeah. So I read Melvin. I liked my pick of Melvin Gordon. I just think it's a risk,
the Melvin Gordon thing, man. He is so risky.
It's risky, but I feel like there's going to be a big payoff there.
He's in theory he should pay off. That guy should have close to 300 touches this year, and I would not be surprised to see him in the neighborhood of top tier talent, but. I also wouldn't be surprised to see him fucking shit the bed entirely and just spray shit all over the walls and be wiping shit down for the next 6 months.
You seem to be really into feces. All right, so the Dragons have Mike Evans. Evil Goat Horror grabbed Jordan Matthews. Itchy When I Give Up gives Frank Gore. Bliss for Herbs, Emmanuel Sanders. Your Mom grabs Alfred Morris. Round 4, your mom comes back with DeAndre Hopkins. That's a pretty good wide receiver pickup, I think. I think he may have a good year.
That late's awesome.
I don't know, man. I think the guy's got some skills.
That guy's a stud. He's a stud.
What, you don't believe in Brian Hoyer?
Top five, yeah. Even Brian Hoyer.
I feel like you don't believe in Brian Hoyer. Am I saying this from you, Aaron?
I don't see him. Top 5 maybe if he was on the Colts, but yeah, I don't see him being top tier talent on the Texans. He's a good wide receiver.
Okay. Here's the thing. Who else do they have to throw to? The guy who was top tier is now getting thrown balls by Andrew Luck. So he replaces Andre Johnson. So it's going to be Hoyer to Hopkins, and you're going to hear that a lot this year.
He's going to get it. He's going to get his catches.
He's going to get his targets. I don't know that he's going to get a lot of fucking catches. I mean, he's going to be okay. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the guy's a complete fucking shitbreak. But I would draft him.
Hashtag shit break. There you go.
You might as well take a shot now, Aaron. Might as well take a shot now.
Why?
You can be a top 5 receiver in the league by the end of the year.
No, he's not. You're fucking crazy. Top 5 receiver?
Top 5
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
that guy is not.
What is he? End of the 3rd round? He's a steal at the end of the 3rd round.
Well, we'll see. I'll take a shot because I enjoy drinking, but fuck off.
Load it up. Let's go.
Hurry up, bitch.
I'm calling you out.
All right, so Russell Wilson goes after DeAndre Hopkins.
Wait, we're taking a penalty shot here.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're taking
Calm
some
yourself
penalties.
down.
And
Because Aaron
this is
doesn't know
important.
shit. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking
People don't
about.
want to wait to hear you
DeAndre
drink.
Hopkins,
Hey,
fucking
drink.
top 5. Mark this down, Tarnell. You got a little fucking notepad that you're keeping shit down?
Oh, let's go this
Jason
down.
called DeAndre Hopkins top 5 wide receiver talent.
You called him
guys-
mediocre. You called him mediocre.
Well, he's definitely not top 5. You got Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, Demaryius Thomas. I don't know. Eric Decker.
That's 2 shots for you.
We'll see what happens. No, wait. Is this top 5 fantasy value or top 5 just in general top 5 wide receiver?
I'll do top 5 fantasy value.
Yeah, it's got to be fantasy value.
All right.
When we're taking the shot because we enjoy the Fiesta, did you take your shot?
I already did.
Oh, all right.
Oh, all right.
You might as
So
well
Russell
bet
Wilson-
what's gonna happen.
DeAndre Hopkins top 5. Put this on a whiteboard on your shit so we can go back at the end of the year because that was the dumbest shit I've heard in the long.
We're actually gonna go week by week, and I'm gonna make you take
Yeah.
a shot. Every time he scores 15 or more points, you're taking a shot.
15. Whoa. 15 or more points. So you're
Fantasy.
saying he's gonna have 2
So you're
touchdowns.
saying I might take 2 shots by the end of the year.
Right.
In your league, that should be 100 yards and a touchdown, right?
Yeah, like I said, 2 shots.
There you go.
Maybe. All right. Keenan Allen after Russell Wilson, Amari Cooper, Julian Edelman, Joseph Randle, Latavius Murray, Drew Brees. I wonder if Drew Brees still has that much value to go in round 4, Jason. I don't agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
I like him.
Yeah, well, that's great. I think that's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be the guy anymore. I don't know if he's that dude. Jonathan.
I think just to jump in.
Well, I think we're used to him being that dude, so we still go for him. But I don't think he is that guy anymore.
But that guy that we're used to is a late 1, early 2 round pick. I think you're getting him towards the end of the 4th. I mean, he's in there with guys like Julian Edelman. I would much rather have Drew Brees on my team than Julian Edelman. So I feel like that's a decent pick at that position.
Think about it. Let's
think
think about it. I'm gonna get more points every week with Drew Brees and Antonio Brown than your number 1 guy will with Luck and who was his
Justin.
Forsett.
Justin Forsett. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
more
Well,
points
no,
every week with that.
you are. I guess to me, I just feel like you maybe could have waited around to get Drew Brees, but it's fine. It's fine.
Well,
Maybe. Yeah, and there may be some truth to that, but I don't feel like, it was really a reach. Because what were you picking, 6 overall? 5?
Fifth.
Yeah, so you're looking at you're at the bottom end of the 4th round.
Don't you guys worry about my picks. All right, we'll be just fine.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna worry about your picks because you're a goddamn idiot.
Top 5
Oh.
receiver, bitch.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins?
No, Drew Brees.
Good choice.
Yeah, Jonathan Stewart, Drake Bell, Andre Ellington, and then rounding out round 4 is Travis Kelce. So the guy has. We're gonna pick on him.
Yeah.
Justin Forsett, Andrew Luck, Randall Cobb, and Travis Kelce.
That guy's in serious trouble.
Well, this is the first pick he has right now that I like. Is at round 5. Okay, just so everyone knows, they're gonna go through the whole thing. I'm doing round 6 and then I'm done because I don't care after that.
Yeah.
Round 5, he comes back with Golden Tate. That's kind of a good round
5. That's not bad. Round 5.
Yeah, I'm okay with that in round 5.
That's the best pick
Cardiff,
you've made.
right? Cardiff Mama gets Matt Ryan. Verbal Assault gets Arian Foster. Team Mediocre gets Deshaun Jackson.
Now,
You
let
grab
me
Devontae.
pause you right there. Arian Foster, I think, is an interesting conversation. What do you guys think about that? Has
If he
you're
can
kind
stay healthy, he's fucking awesome.
But he's
That's
not
just the bottom
healthy.
line.
I mean, he's
Well, then
literally
he's not
fucking
awesome.
broken and on the shelf right now.
What you're doing
Right.
is you're getting a second-round pick in the 5th round because he's going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. That's what you're getting. So you're going to get a lot of value because of his history of injuries. You're going to get a lot of value because of his current injury, and people take advantage of it. I mean, it's a great pick and a great value. If it doesn't work out, that person should have 2 running backs starting anyway.
Right, and which I'm pretty sure he does. So.
Do you have access to that in front of you, Tarnell? Is that the number 3 running back for them? If not, it's fine. I feel like that's a little bit early for a guy that is super injury prone and is literally on the bench now.
I mean, sorry, penalty shot. That's the number 3 running back.
So good solid pick.
Yeah. So if that's your number 3 back, are we in round 5 now?
Yep. Round 5.
I don't know. I think that's a little bit early. I think I would take Arian Foster towards middle or end of round 6.
Running back is not big, so it's like you got to grab who you grab quickly.
Yeah, but I mean, you're taking a guy that's probably hurt half of the year. I don't know. Me personally, I'm not taking him that early. I'm waiting another full round. If he came back around for that same person picking towards the end of the next round, I may get him, but I'm not taking him there.
That's definitely somebody you have to handcuff. So when we were talking about handcuffs earlier, that's a person you handcuff. So
yeah, all right. and we'll get into handcuffs a little bit later.
Right.
So then Jason grabs in front of me, you asshole. You grab Devontae Adams.
And in front of me too.
Hey,
I was like, God damn it. So then I switched my styles up, and I said, finally, let me go and grab a QB. So I go and I grab Ben Roethlisberger. I think that's good for number 5. F all you guys who don't think so, because fucking Ben, even though he's not like the big name guy, he can still do some damage. Last year he had two six touchdown games, so whatever.
Hey, you know what? I want him to do good. Let him throw 6 touchdowns every game. 84. Do it.
No,
that's right.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, he's not quite as flashy as those other guys, but
he doesn't get top tier conversation. But I mean,
he puts points on the board. His team wins games. He's a solid quarterback. I think that was an excellent pick at that position.
Right.
You get Aaron's thumbs up for that one.
Yeah, I mean for sure.
Okay, so we get that one, and then you grab Aaron. You grab Vincent Jackson.
This is the one pick that I was so iffy on because I was really looking at Devontae Adams, and
then you had to scramble and grab someone else. So you grabbed. Jackson.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird because I had Devontae Adams highlighted, and he was gone, and then Roethlisberger fell off. It was. I felt like I was a little bit reaching. Of my entire draft, this is the one that I am the most unsure about. I like what I've seen out of. I can't even.
Jameis Winston
right now. Yeah, Jameis Winston. Fucking faded at the moment.
You saved him a shot, Tarnell. You saved him.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a penalty shot. God damn it. All right.
Rules are rules.
Penalty shot.
Come on. You don't remember? Come on. Fuck her right in the pussy. Do you don't remember him? How do you forget that?
All right. Penalty shot. Here we go. Fuck you guys.
Yay. Ole.
Wow, that should make it easier for me to remember shit in a minute.
Or get more shots taken.
But I like what I've seen out of Jameis Winston. Vincent Jackson had all the targets last year that he's had his entire career. Problem was a bunch of them weren't catchable. So I'm hoping that Jameis Winston can put the ball where he can catch it. And I still got faith in the dude, so I decided to take a little bit of a flyer on him at that point. Um, but Vincent Jackson pick in that draft was definitely where I felt the least confident of anything in that entire draft.
If anything, Evans is going to take a lot of the doubles. So maybe old Vincent Jackson will get some catches. And he's 6'5", so he should be able to reach for a couple overthrown balls from your Winston boy.
Maybe. I mean, he's a big dude.
All right.
Yeah, and just that's what I was looking at when I was drafting him.
We're talking about the guy who got drunk before a playoff game here in San Diego, so who cares? All right. The next after Vincent Jackson was Cam Newton. I think that guy's gonna struggle to get points, but whatever.
No, that was a stupid pick.
Rashad Jennings at running back.
Thanks for the analysis.
And then you got Brandon Marshall. Yeah, by Evil Gohort, if you win it, I give up. This is Brandon Marshall, T.J. Yeldon, and then rounding out with your mom grabs Todd Gurley. The last round that we're going to go over this tonight is round 6, and I only wanted to get to this point because I found it interesting that at the beginning and the end of this round, people picked defenses already. So your mom grabs the Seahawks defense,
early.
and I'm like, the fuck? Listen, defenses. I get the solid defense, but every defense gets burned, and it's gonna eat you. And it's just you can always wait. You can always wait on the defense. I don't know why there was so urgent to grab the defense.
I'll give you an argument.
So
I mean,
Seattle's
defense. So Seattle's defense, it depends on the league, but defense can score a lot of points for you. I think Seattle had 200 something points last year.
It can also sit there and get you some negative points that not having it like. You are better off without a defense than going with a defense that gets burned.
Not Seattle's defense.
So
not the top tier defense. You're going to get 10, 15 points every week from a defense. You got to take them.
Maybe
if you get them in the 7th round, you take it.
Not necessarily. They can get got. They can have a game or two where they can get got. I'm just saying.
Consistently, they're going to average 10 to 15 points if they're that good, and Seattle's that good of a defense. Next.
We'll see. All right, Isaiah Crowell, Ryan Matthews, Tom Brady. I'm so pissed that Evil Gohor took Tom Brady in the 6th round.
Wow.
I did a mock. He went in the 9th. Because I think that's early. God, I wish he would have been. If he would have been there, if he would have taken him, I probably would have grabbed him.
We're talking Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Because he would have been a great number 2, and it's even better just because someone else. You know what's great about grabbing Tom Brady as a second QB is that he does go in there and
your team is attractive.
Someone else doesn't have him. It's just keeping him away from everyone else is the beauty in that.
That's true.
And that's what I love. Fuck, I'm so pissed he got that. So then Sammy Watkins goes next. I mean, Sammy Watkins is a great talent. I just don't know if who's gonna throw to him. Mike Wallace, you grabbed him, Aaron. I grabbed Andre Johnson. Jason grabbed Doug Martin. Then Team Mediocre grabbed Greg Olson. Then the Garrett Blunt went. Martellus Bennett. And then rounding out, the asshole who grabs Andrew Luck overall grabs the Chiefs defense.
That's a homer pick from that guy because I happen to know that guy's a Chiefs fucking 100%. Fan. Yeah, that guy's a Chiefs fan, so I know that was a bit of a homer pick. Yeah, what else are you gonna say? That was stupid.
Real quick before we close out our league, I already had a trade offer, guys. I wanted to know your opinion on it. Maybe know the public's opinion if we can get some tweets. So I had a trade offer. I forgot who it was from. They wanted to give me Colin Kaepernick for Amir Abdullah, the running back for Detroit. And I don't know if that was the number 1 guy or some average guy. I don't know if it was a girl. I don't know who it was, but what are you guys' thoughts on that trade offer? Of course, you know what I did. You know what I did. But
what are you gonna do with Colin Kaepernick? Amir Abdullah has so much potential. What are you gonna do with Kaepernick? I don't know. I'm not big on Cap.
Oh, Jesus.
49ers again. No, fuck this. Just fuck that trade.
Of course, of course.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. We spent a lot of time on our league. All right, let's push forward. Let's some draft do's and don'ts. bust that real quick. All right.
Don't draft a quarterback number 1.
No, I wouldn't say that. If they're in short supply and you know they're super awesome, I would say you can get away with a quarterback number 1. It's not advisable. Traditionally, your first round should be a running back. Even if they're not like the top 5 or top 6 running, you grab the best available running back you can. This year they were in short supply, so I feel like if you weren't concentrating on running backs in your first 3 rounds, you were kind of you were fucking up, honestly. I mean, I went running back, tight end, running back, only because that tight end was Gronkowski. So I mean, it was kind of hard to pass on him when he was sitting there because I know there was no way in hell I would have been able to get him come back round 3.
Yeah, on a normal draft, I'll draft 3 running backs in a row. If there's a lot of points for PPR, if there's special teams points, I'll look at receiver. I'll never pick a tight end first. And really, I'll never pick a quarterback first unless it's maybe the 12th pick.
Right. Yeah, so running back, second round, you should really, in this draft this year, I would suggest doing a running back again, unless there's someone really awesome available. But I would suggest running back. After that, you can go QB or wide receiver in round 3. If you don't do a running back second round, I suggest you absolutely must do a running back in round 3. Round 2 should be reserved for like a Gronkowski. If somehow Antonio Brown slips by to the second round, grabbing him. But outside of that, I mean, that's where I'm looking at. You're looking for special, best available skilled players in round 2. If you don't grab one of them, you need to grab a running back. If you do grab one of them, round 3 definitely has to be a running back. If not, you start working on your other skill positions.
Aaron, what do you think about a couple don'ts? What don't you do when you're drafting?
Oh man, what don't you do when you're drafting?
You don't draft Andrew Luck first.
Yeah,
you don't draft a defense in the first round.
I mean, there's some obvious ones. You don't draft a defense early. You can probably stand to stay away from kickers early. Hashtag sarcasm. Fuck you guys.
That's another shot.
Is it? I don't think it should be another shot.
How's that a shot?
That was legitimate advice. No,
I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot for that one.
I'll take a shot with you. If we're taking shots, I'll take a shot. All right. Cheers, motherfucker. Everybody in the fantasy Fiesta football land, we'll take a shot. God damn it.
I love podcasts.
Yeah. I don't know. I think basically there's not a whole hell of a lot of don'ts because you never really know how the season's going to play out. Because I would love to, in our league specifically, I pointed at that number 1 pick guy as somebody I would not recommend his fucking angle at all. Stay away from a quarterback. Stay away from a tight end. Maybe Gronkowski could be drafted in the first round towards the end. But fantasy football, it's all about points. So you want to accumulate the most possible, and I don't see a way to do that without top-tier running back on your team.
No, that's not. It's damn near impossible. I've had that before where I've struggled to win, and when I struggled to win is typically when I had a weakness somewhere. Typically, my weakness was normally running back, or I went so hard running back that my wide receivers were down. Because my personal strategy is running back, wide receiver, quarterback, and that's typically my 1-2-3 strategy. So I've got someone solid at each level. And part of the QB thing is just to kind of also throw a monkey wrench into the draft. But this year I waited till the 5th round because running backs were in short supply. I needed a wide receiver, and Gronkowski was available. So I had those 4. That was a lot of talent early that I was able to pick up. And shit, I'm not mad at what I did at all. Waiting until round 5 to get a QB, I think was pretty smart. I have a don't draft your kicker and defense so damn early, even if they're solid, because anything can happen.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that everybody needs to keep in mind is can't directly compare output from a position to an output of another position because that's the mistake that dude was making that drafted number one. He's like, well, Andrew Luck scored more per game than any other running back in the league, and yes, that's true, but he didn't score that much more than the number two quarterback in the league, or the number three, or the number four, or the number five. So they're on their own separate tier. So if you can draft a decent quarterback in round 7,
Drew Brees.
well, yeah, I'm talking like Tony Romo, because I think in our league Tony Romo went in like round 9.
All right. Well, this brings up an interesting point here, because we're doing a lot of QB versus running back comparison. Who's the top QBs and running backs to really target? Who can you wait on? Who still gives you value? What's the gamut? What's the spectrum of running backs and quarterbacks you guys
Why don't
got?
we start from the bottom up, guys? Start from the bottom up.
The bottom.
Who can you wait for? Who can you wait for? Who can you wait for?
Tim Tebow, right at the bottom.
Is he even draftable? Come on, seriously.
No, he's not draftable. I mean,
Did you say Tim Tebow?
Yeah, well, you asked for bottom tier.
That's a shot. That's a shot.
No, it's not.
I said the ones that you're reaching for. He's not even gonna make a team.
Right.
No, he's not.
That's a shot.
He's
That's
definitely not making my team. But you ask about
Take
the
a shot.
bottom tier talent.
That's a shot.
Well, I'm not saying he's someone you.
Terrell, you're the moderator, and am I taking a shot for that?
Take a shot, dumbass.
God damn it! Fuck you
Listen,
guys!
I asked for
Fuck
people-
you guys!
You said to sit there and actually grab him. I'm talking about. Listen, is he a bust or not a bust?
No, he's a total bust. He's a piece of shit.
Okay, so then you would never draft him. Why would you even talk about him? He's not bottom talent. I'm not talking people you're gonna draft. I'm like, just shot because I don't like.
Fuck all of you and Tim Tebow.
That's at Bull of Aaron.
fucking stroke.
That's at a Bull of Aaron.
Hashtag
Twitter.
dumbass.
Hashtag
Dumbass.
crack up.
Jesus Cristo.
So, I mean, somebody to reach for. Why don't you look at Tyrod Taylor, the Buffalo starter?
Do you think Tyrod Taylor is really going to be that dude? You think he's going to be better than what they've had for the past
Oh yeah,
years?
yeah. I think he's going to be good. I think he's got the maneuverability, so he's going to look like a little bit like.
When do you think Tyrod Taylor?
What?
What when do you go to draft him? What round?
He could be the very last pick, or he could be a free agent pickup.
So you don't even say
He's a reach.
he's a reach. So you don't even draft dude, but you grab him after the draft.
Or last round, or last pick. He could be, someone like me who doesn't have a backup quarterback. I could look at picking him up right now. Available.
Interesting.
He's someone to look at. He's got weapons. I mean, look at the weapons he has around him.
He has weapons. Can he get to them? I mean, weapons are one thing. Dude, you're in the driver's seat. If you can't do, I mean, he has the same weapons that E.J. Manuel had. And E.J. Manuel didn't do shit. So
Just put it this way.
How much better is he than E.J. Manuel?
Put it this way. He outdid Matt Castle and E.J. Manuel. Okay, he's named the starter for week 1. His tight end is Charles Clay, who you're high on. And he has Sammy Watkins and LaShawn McCoy. You can go out there and hand the ball off to LaShawn McCoy, toss the ball to Charles Clay, and be decent at quarterback. I think that Tyrod Taylor is someone to look out for.
I just may do that, actually. I think I just have a career change right now.
There you go.
You
Go
should
to Buffalo.
maybe actually send an email in there, Rex Ryan. If you could show some kind of...
Oh, in there, that's right. I'm there and I'm drunk.
Tyrod Taylor backup. Use him for 1 week.
How about
Use him
you go
for 1
all
week.
fuck yourself?
That's at a Bull of Aaron. Hashtag
I'm
fuck.
All right, so we got that. All right, so we got QB. We're talking some QBs. What about running back? What running backs we got? We've got the obvious guys of Rodgers, Manning, Brady. I'll throw in Roethlisberger, Luck, Tannehill. We can throw him in there. Those are good guys to
I'm
grab.
going to go ahead and go out on a limb and call a penalty shot on the fact that you called all of those guys running backs.
I didn't call them running backs.
Yes, you did. Twice.
No, I said replay the tape.
You're the producer. You replay the tape, and you will find that you were like, let's talk about running backs. Let's talk about it.
As the assistant to the assistant, you need to take a shot.
Yes, sir. Take a shot, and then take a lap, and then come back
and throw to Charles Clay. You'll be good.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm talking about. Well, I said we got all the good running QBs. We got we said Tebow was bad, and that was about it. So that was great there. Wonderful, Aaron. So now we're moving on to running backs.
I got a couple.
Who do you got?
How about Chris Ivory for the Jets?
What about? Did he do anything great last year, or wasn't he? He was so middle of the road last year, and he felt like a disappointment. It's like I couldn't count on him for shit.
He's the one that's going to get the goal line touches. He's on the top of the depth chart for the Jets right now, and the Jets are going to need that running back and some short.
Right, but is he going to produce? I mean, great, he's number one, but I mean,
he's someone to reach for, and when you're reaching for someone, you're hoping that this person does well, and if they don't, you have 2 or 3 other running backs ahead of them that are going to do better. So could he blow up, and could he have good matchups? Possibly. It all depends on matchups when you do fantasy football. So, him or even a Bishop Sankey. Bishop Sankey for Tennessee could be a good one later on in the draft.
Football obscurity, god damn.
Easy.
No, I'm a little high on Chris Ivory this year.
Don't use school words with me again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no 2-syllable, 3-syllable words. Go ahead, Aaron.
No, I was just saying that
okay,
I'm a little higher on everybody than everybody else on Chris Ivory this year.
Hashtag high.
Hey, I don't like this game anymore. Follow me on Twitter and we'll fuck these guys up. I'm not saying anything more.
All right, good. All right. We got one more segment that I want. Can you handle the segment, Aaron, or are you good?
No, I've been good the whole time. What are you talking about?
Hashtag go take a nap.
All right, so we have another As It Stands Today segment. As It Stands Today. And this week I had the guys kind of look at giving bad advice on purpose. You've got a guy that just maybe an in-law that you hate, some dude that's just a douchebag in the league, someone you wanted this. They're not totally knowledgeable, so they're asking you for advice. So who the hell are you going to give? Who are you going to suggest as advice, passing them off as good when they're really shitty? So an overvalued pick or a bust, but you're going to sell them like they're really good. Like they used to be. It sounds like they could be a name that would be big, but they're not. Jason, let's go with you.
Well, one, we were just talking about the Buffalo Bills. I've been hyping up E.J. Manuel. I've been saying this guy is going to be awesome. Look at the targets around him. How can you not be a above average quarterback when you have the Sammy Watkins, Charles Clay, the Sean McCoys, and this motherfucker isn't even starting. But you're going to have some people drafting him, getting him out of my way. And another one who I liked before, but I'm hyping up now, and hopefully people take him, is Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's got all the targets in the world, but he sucks when it comes to fantasy football.
Yeah, that guy, fucking A. So many chances to fucking win, and he hasn't done shit. God damn.
Hype him up. Hype him up.
That's right. Andy Dalton's great because he's a ginger.
Yeah, goddamn ginger.
That's at a bowl of Aaron. Hashtag ginger.
Aaron, who do you have?
Oh, man, I've got a few. So if we're talking about...
okay, that's great. Well, everybody, that's it for then.
All right, I'll give you one. And I'll give you one that I got somebody to fucking bite on recently. And this is fucking juicy. Because I got a quarterback
That's funny.
that I put feelers out there. I even put feelers out there on this show.
Oh, God.
And I got somebody to bite on this guy probably 2 rounds early, and that guy is quarterback Ryan Tannehill.
Mmm.
And I put a bunch of feelers out for him, and that's a dude that I think is going to completely fucking shit the bed, especially given what happened in our draft. Because fuck that guy, and also fuck you, Tarnell. What do you have to say about that?
I think you're just mad because I grabbed him. Because that was your initial reaction that I grabbed him. I mean, he's my backup to Roethlisberger. You just can't have him. I mean, unless you want to give up, one of your great picks. I mean, that's great. But if you really, really want him, you can have him. But I mean, he's there for the bye week. He just needs to just not fuck up that bye week, and I'm good. Or in case Roethlisberger gets hurt, he's number 2. He's great. Be upset. It's okay. It's okay. Who else you got there, guy?
No, I'm not upset. I'm not angry.
Aaron.
Yes.
What do you think about DeMarco Murray?
Oh,
I think you can hype him up.
Guy.
I think you can hype him up, and he's gonna have a shitty season.
No, I'll be honest. DeMarco Murray was number 1 on my list when it came to this kind of fucking thing.
I can tell.
I think that guy is fucking made of glass. Yeah, I would avoid him like the plague. If he came back around to me in the mid-3rd round, I might look at him, but that guy is injury-prone. You draft him expecting him to produce big numbers on your fantasy team. Fuck that.
You're going to hype him up. You're going to hype him up to Tarnell and have Tarnell pick him because you think he's so good.
No,
that's what I watch football. Except if I watch football and I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Or someone else.
Right.
Next.
Sounds pretty good. I think we had a pretty good show today. I think that that wraps it up for now. I don't think Aaron's going to be able to last that much longer. Hashtag.
I got hours and hours in front of us. What are you talking about? Doesn't mean I'm done. Hey, take it easy.
Yeah.
In your sleep. Fiesta that.
I'll give you another one. Jeremy Macklin. Stay the fuck away from that guy.
You don't know nothing.
Hashtag let's take another shot.
Oh, Jesus Christ, do I even have more shot to take?
Aaron, pour a shot. We're taking one to the end of the show.
Fuck you. Okay.
Aaron's not waking up tomorrow.
No.
This is bullshit. Just so you all know, I just poured a shot. I don't even know why.
Because you were told, bitch. That's why.
Oh, son of a motherfucker.
Till next week, you guys. This is Tarnell for Aaron and Jason, that other guy that's there. We'll see you next Tuesday at 8:30. And have fun fantasy footballing.
Peace, Fiestites.
And that's it for now. Peace. Oh, man, that's